I've been hearing there's like an inventory shortage in certain markets. Are you seeing that, or what are you doing to combat that?
Sure. Another great question. One of the things I would say is that whenever we hear real estate news, remember that's a lagging indicator. So it's looking at 2 months ago, 3 months ago. It's looking at closings that are taking place today that were booked 45, 60, 90 days ago based on activity at that time. So when we're talking about the low inventory, it is kind of true, but again, you have to get back to the specific neighborhoods and specific areas people are at. I can name some areas of town right now that actually have an inventory surplus. And so, and it can be price range too, but there are areas of town where right now you can go out and you can kind of pick what you want if you're a buyer. There's other areas of town where there is an inventory shortage. So again, it really makes sense to pinpoint that and make sure you're working with somebody that understands those intricacies, because if you just paint that broad brush, you may be looking at the market the wrong way.
Okay. Now, is there some markets that are like really hot that things are really moving in that market that we're seeing that it might be a good time to look at purchasing in that market?
I'll tell you, right now we've seen specific areas of Minneapolis, specific areas of St. Paul, and specific areas of some of the first ring suburbs that tend to be a landing zone for the millennials, the first-time home buyers. Mm-hmm. They're coming in droves to find these houses. So those folks were competing for those houses this summer, this spring, and that's where we heard all of the stories about prices going up, bidding wars. That's slowed down a little bit. However, it is still a time where homes are selling quickly. If you're a buyer that's looking in those areas, you should be talking to us right now to try to take advantage of what has been just a slightly slowed down market from where we were at in the summer or spring. If you're a seller, waiting until the spring may not be the right thing in those areas. You still could find a buyer who's willing to pay you what you need to get to move from point A to point B, and we really don't know what's going to happen next year.